Hi, welcome to my crib. Come in. So welcome to my crib. Oh my god. I don't know about you, but I was obsessed with that show. Hi, I'm Brie. Welcome to my home. I spent the first 10 years of my career as an interior designer, but now, well, it's a bit difficult to call it any one thing, but I'm 18 videos in to officially living my dream as a YouTuber. Stella Sage is my channel all about holistic healing with the cosmos. I talk about self-development, astrology, I teach yoga, as well as offer meditations and Reiki. So if you're into any of that, then make sure you subscribe and introduce yourself because I would love to meet you. So today we'll be getting deep and personal on a topic that could not be more dear to my heart. Now that you know my background in interior design, then you can probably gather it's not an exaggeration when I express how much this condo means to me. But really, that's not even half of why. This is truly my sanctuary, where every nook and cranny holds a story, a vibe, and what seems to be my cosmic blueprint manifested in the material world. I want to use this video as a way to showcase how my life is a literal embodiment of my astrology chart. And although I only recently discovered my authentic truth through astrology and human design in 2022, it was always known to me on some unique level of deep awareness, which is why I believe my life is a unique example of what it looks like to live in alignment with my soul's purpose, and why it's such an evident representation that these divination tools are way more real than most people. But let me tell you, it's been anything but easy to get here. But I also know that that was on purpose, so I actually had a dramatic story to tell you about. Just wait. For me, designing this home was more than a creative endeavor. It's a personal expression, showcasing not just my personality, but truly the essence of who I am at the soul level. Moving here marks the beginning of an era when it became the first time in my life that every choice I had was all mine to make. This space has been witness to my personal transformation, and I'm excited to show you, but not just with my home decor. Also how it all ties into my astrology chart. So get ready for some dirty laundry because this isn't going to be a run-of-the-mill home tour. Together we'll explore the cosmic relevance of my soul's purpose that's woven into the very fabric of this sacred space. So if you were actually here with me, then I would offer you a drink. But sorry, you're just gonna have to go get one yourself. Or you can just sit back and slurp up the tea I'm about to spill. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Let me get mine. Okay, but before I take you on a tour, I want to begin with sharing its numerology. This condo carries the energy of a 9 home. If you don't already know this, you can understand the energy of any space by its address. You add up every single digit, including the unit number if there is one, and do that until it reduces down to a single digit. And that number will tell you a lot about the energy. So when it comes to the concept of a 9 home, I want you to know that I found multiple sources stating these same things, but one I'm sharing is an exact quote I received when I asked ChatGPT about it. A numerology 9 home is characterized by a spiritual atmosphere, emphasizing completion and transformation. The home encourages universal love, wisdom, insight, and transcendence, creating an environment that goes beyond the mundane and connects with higher truths. I love that. But just wait, because there is so much more, and it is truly mind-blowing. But before we get started, I have to admit, this video has by far been the most daunting for me to make. I'm overwhelmed by so many different emotions I have tied up in doing this. I'm hoping this home can speak for me in ways that I don't know how. Like, I'm not just being dramatic when I say it literally feels like I am ripping my heart out of my chest right now so that it can be seen to find out if anyone thinks it's worth anything. But also the universe has been loudly pressuring me to do this, like truly making me feel like the weight of the world is depending on it. Trust me, I cannot make this shit up. Just wait. I'll show you what I mean, but first, it's part of my process that for me to be able to explain anything, I have to do this like long drawn out prologue telling you how I feel about it first. So just humor me for a second, okay? So I have to say, I'm excited to show you this because like, how fucking cool is it that astrology predicted that this would be my home, my life, even before I knew something like that existed? And honestly, it's been driving me crazy to feel like no one else in my world gets it. But see, now that I know how to read my chart, I also can see my future potential that has yet to manifest. And once I open this can of worms, I'll be publicly calling attention to the future version of me that my chart shows I'm destined to be. And that, well, that truly terrifies me. It feels like the universe is calling me out to expose all of my secrets. Like now, when I think back to before this was all fully conscious to me, it seems like I was navigating life manipulatively. Like not carelessly or purposely to anyone else's detriment, but now that it's so obviously true for me, I don't feel like I can play along in a strategically quiet way anymore. And now, well, now I've gone as far as I can on my own. So I'm forced to put myself in a position to be supported or rejected, and I don't have any control one way or the other. I really hope that people like me, but more so, I hope that you'll be able to see the significance in all of this too. Dare I say, desperately so. But that's not even the worst of it. It wasn't until actually scripting this video that I truly grasped the emotional weight of the turmoil I've experienced while living here. My life has changed so much over the last few years, and these walls have really been the witness to my rawest self that no one on earth has seen, and has truly been like the nurturing hug I needed during the most vulnerable moments of my life. The sheer amount of tears that I've shed while living here, the amount of loss that I experienced and processed, well, it's quite depressing to think about. But it's all been for a reason. And I know why so deeply that I can feel it in my bones. So tell me, how the fuck do I express that degree of intensity and do it justice? Well, let's embark on this astro design tour and try, shall we? Now, that's gotta be the heaviest introduction to ever be had while standing in a foyer, am I right? Well, don't worry, I will save the really traumatic details for a different video. Maybe. We'll see. So I have no idea who this video will attract. Some of you might care less about the design, while others the astrology. But the way I thought it would be best to organize this video would be to pair each room with a relevant natal chart placement. I'll briefly explain its interpretation, assuming you're new to astrology, and any background details about my life that you might need to better understand. But I also want to show you the changes I designed in each room because it's fun and I'm proud. So, sound good? So let's lighten things up a bit, at least as we begin the tour. So in that case, I will have to wait and tell you the full story about this wallpaper. I just want to show it to you because it's really the only thing left that I want to change. In this home, that is. I'm literally obsessed with this wallpaper. Like, I love the background pattern and the colors and the animals. Like, literally, it could not be more perfect. But it's also a lot. Like, not just expensive a lot, but like busy too. So that's why I think that this is just like the best little area for just a splash of it. It's just the right amount of boldness to make a statement. Now, this might be the smallest rug that I own, but it's the most expensive. It's a legit vintage rug and so well made. Just stunning, as well as fun and colorful. So then I installed this coat rack, and I wanted something that I could mount on the wall so that it didn't take up any floor space because, as you can see, Skylar is a bit spoiled with her toys, and so I needed space for them. Not that she really cares about them. I think maybe I've spoiled her a little too much to where she doesn't really even care about them. Unless she is at my sister's house and she sees Teddy's toys, her dog, she acts like she's never seen a toy in her life, and she's just like at an amusement park and has all these toys to play with. But, you know, as soon as Teddy gets a toy, you know that then becomes the exact toy that she wants. So she's not good at sharing, to say the least. When it comes to anything, really, like attention, heaven forbid the cats get any attention without her interrupting. It's just, we gotta work on that one a bit. But she's so cute, it's totally worth it. Where is she? Skylar, come here, come say hi. Like, look, she's just the cutest. Aren't you? You're just the cutest. Let's face the camera. Come here. Sit. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to... Oh, yeah, and then, yes, she has to get the belly rubs. I don't know if you can see her. She loves her belly rubs. Isn't that right? You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Let's see, and then I got my door charms for protection and inviting in good fortune and luck. Got some hooks for Skylar's WALKs. And then I've got my yoga trapeze. So this is the widest door frame that I have to work with, and so it just happens to work perfectly for the colors. And then the only other thing that I did in here was add the light fixture on the ceiling. So that is the foyer. Okay, well, I already started this tour off by being super awkward, so I guess we'll just continue with that vibe and begin with the first room I show you being the bathroom.